And look who's back. Nice to see an old friend.
What's up guys? Everything Apple Pro here, and 6 years of our tower drop test.
Looks like the display is working. Yeah, ouch. Look at that, the whole frame is bent.
So this time around, the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro series, we got the top iPhone cases. Go ahead and drop from 50 feet. Let's go ahead and see, in this day and age of more durable iPhones, are cases getting less durable, more durable? Which ones are the best? And this is our second generation release of our company, but want to assure you we will stay objective. What you see is what happened here, and got a bunch of 12s, 12 Pros. Let's get to dropping them. This time around we have ceramic shield on the front, and all of these iPhones do have the Flow Lab screen protector, which we do include in our Phone Rebel case packaging for free. Just want to make sure that they're all even on all of these. So last year our Gen 1 went last. I think this year we're going to do it first. So this is our Gen 2 Rebel series. It's now fully armored with sides. We got a new TPE sheet for extra shock absorbance. All the bumpers, TPE bumpers. I mean, built off of our Gen 1 durability success, which dropped 3 times from this tower with no issue. iPhone 12 in here, perfectly working. All right, 50 feet. Our claw corners. Let's see how durable this thing is. 2, 1. Oh, that's straight down on its face. Broken? No way. Wow. On its face, and it did not break. That is nuts. Wow. So the corners did their job. It's where the brunt of the impact hit right there. Engineering, baby. Gen 2 Rebel is a survivor. And next up, we got Pitaka's new Mag Easy Case Pro 2. Now they have a Kevlar that's sloping, which is the first time I've ever seen this on a case. Really cool. No bumpers. Definitely blocky. Accentuates the iPhone's blocky design. Taka Mag Easy Pro. 3, 2, 1. Here it is, and I can see cracks. So front unscathed, also a corner impact. Oh, I hear glass crunching. Rear did not make it, with most of it being broken down here. Oh, okay, so there's another impact point, major one right there. I'm surprised with all that material, did not survive. Next up, we got the Mous Limitless 4.0. So this time around, they slimmed it down, removed their microfiber. It's now just mostly polycarbonate material. Inner shock linings on the sides. And another iPhone here. Crazy how expensive these are. I think this is like 60 or 70 bucks. Mous Limitless 4.0, 50 feet, 3, 2, 1. Right on the corner, I see green. Yeah, that's not a good sign. So, Mous, even with the screen protector, it's a very stiff material. Front and back broke. Look at the dent. That's the first time I've ever seen a crease like that in the aluminum body. That's crazy. Whoa, the screen protector is still whole. Dang, Flow Lab, you guys do some good work. Next up, the Rhinoshield solid suit. Always been a fan of Rhinoshield in their bumper cases. Very stiff case. No inner shock liners, no MagSafe. It's a very tight fit. A very handsome case in its simplicity. 3, 2, 1. Right into the slow cam. So the bottom took a beating. Again, from what I remember, like last year, the case seams split. There's actually cracks in the material. Oh, didn't get so lucky. The back is shattered.
Fatality.
So glass everywhere. Case cracked. Actually, one I highly regard, the Dbrand Grip. Cyan, little skin on it. It's very nice feeling. You got some grip. I do like the texture on the top and bottom, almost like a fabric. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Front has survived from the looks of it. A nasty gouge on the bottom, completely deformed, but at least your phone survived. And the rear did too. Dbrand Grip, first survivor other than phone rebel. Did get through a little bit here into the body. The phone itself is a little bent though. Yeah, that's funny. Next up, we got the UAG Monarch. Always been a long-time favorite of mine. I like their unique styling. No MagSafe, thick plate in the rear. U12 in here. Loose sidewalls, but good looking case. Red UAG Monarch. 3, 2, 1. Back shot. High chance of survivability. So very extended corners, a lot of area to take the fall. Rear has survived. Front and screen protector have survived. These guys have a solid reputation, still holding up all these years later. And next up, Apple's new purple silicon case. And with it, the new purple iPhone. Very vivid purple. Nice contrast on this purple. I personally just don't like the silicon from Apple as it sticks in your pockets, and once you gouge it, it just starts chipping and getting worse. 2, 1. Oh, may have survived somehow. So a brutish fall here. As you can see, the silicon just peels away after a few, oh yeah, aluminum gouged, but survived. I think this is the first time we've ever had official Apple case survive. Screen protector took some of the brunt there. Case not looking too great. Somehow this flimsy thing did its job. And next up, Spigen Tough Armor. You get to see the Apple logo through there. This one's been around for a long time. The cheapest out of all of these cases. 2, 1. Ooh, quite a tumble. This one landed in the dust. And yeah, kaput. It is done for on both ends. So no shock resistance in the corners. Actual metal deformed the same way, little pinch point here in the aluminum. All compresses there, rear too. Interesting, it's like crash testing cars, but for phones. OtterBox Symmetry series. Very simple design. 2-part injection molding, polycarbonate TPU. Got a red one in here. See how it does. 3, 2, 1. Face down. This one does have a lip going around, but it didn't seem to do the job as it pulled back here. Not enough grip onto the screen. Nice chip there in the case. Survived, oh. So FlowLab did its job again. Oh wait, nope. Yeah, that's no good. On the rear, we got completely shattered. Frame is massively bent, banana shaped now. Simply not enough shock resistance. Plastic, no bumpers. Simple, but not too protective. And next up, the Spec Candy Shell Pro Grip. An iconic look. I remember using these from the 3G and 3GS days with the white stripes. 2, 1. Thought I saw glass, yeah, flying everywhere. Ooh, that's gnarly. It's the first time I've seen lens damage like that, where you can actually see the camera lens internals through the glass. Nasty impact. Again, buckling of the frame here. So that seems to be a recurring pattern on the aluminum. Screen delaminating from the corner. That's about as bad as it gets. Broken antenna band right here, where it actually buckles outwards. And now we're getting into the final two. So clear cases, seemingly a very brittle polycarbonate, just for the principle. Let's see what it can do. I don't really like the odds of this one. Very thin lip around it, exposed bottom. 2, 1. Okay, I see cracks on the polycarbonate. Wow. It did survive. Case is deformed, cracked all about. Looks terrible, but the iPhone survives to see another drop. And lastly, our clear Crystal Series Gen 2. So now with a double-sided scratch resistance inside and out, and black borders to hide the falls better. So this time around, we opened up the clear part more for a full view of the interior. Of course, all the spikes remain. Super durable, we expect, for how it was designed. 2, 1. Okay, so back is good. Got a little traveler here. Nice impact point. Nice impact point here. But case did survive. Or a phone. Very, very minimal damage. Screen protector good. Wow, surprised we did so well. These corners, these claw corners, our signature move. Gotta tell you guys, makes me really happy to see our second generation survive, and I think we did very well with our engineering. Gen 3, we're working so hard on that one. I want to improve on Gen 2 in every single way. Of course, always provide you guys the best value. Besides that, our next product, our follow-up to the open case. By the way, the first gen open case is now $15 for the clear and frosted and $20 for the Rebel. Our biggest discount ever. We need to pay for the molds for the upcoming one, which I've been working on too, very hard. I hope to make you guys proud. So let's check out which one survived. So Gen 2 Rebel Series, Crystal Series, survivors. Dbrand did exceptionally well. UAG got a little screw or rivet loose here. Apple cases, for the first time ever, both survived. I don't know how, but they did. And to wrap this test up, a couple more drops of our Gen 2 Rebel and Crystal. Just to bring the point home here, in 3, 2, 1. And the Gen 2 Crystal series in the previously dropped purple. In 3, 2, 1. Yikes. Okay, that one's not looking good. This one, brutish fall again. Tore up the TPU. But we got a survivor. Did not make it through the case. It's from the earlier drop. Amazing. Those TPE bumpers really work their magic. The Crystal series. I'm really hoping this is just the screen protector. And it is. Wow, FlowLab, you really punch above your weight. Got a little bit of a buckling where you can actually see ever so slightly, but it did survive, and that is amazing. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you for supporting. Links to purchase our cases down below, with of course a free FlowLab screen protector included. Stay tuned for the next one, guys. Peace.